What's a legal loophole that a vice president exploited until it caused national controversy? Nobody expected Vice President Marshall to become the center of a constitutional crisis. He was the quiet one, the policy wonk who stayed out of headlines, until the executive pardons. It started small. His brother-in-law got caught in a tax evasion scheme. Nothing major, just some creative accounting that the IRS flagged. The president was overseas for a diplomatic summit in Singapore. The Constitution says when the president is unable to perform his duties, power transfers temporarily to the VP. So for exactly 6 hours and 17 minutes, Marshall became acting president and signed exactly one pardon. The media barely noticed. Family helping family. Eyebrows raised but no laws broken. 3 months later, the president flew to NATO meetings in Brussels. Marshall again became acting president for 9 hours and pardoned his former business partner who was facing federal charges for insider trading. CNN ran a segment questioning the Marshall shrugged it off in press conferences. The Constitution grants the president full pardon powers. I was legally the president. Nothing to see here. The White House counsel warned the president privately, but what could he do? The law was clear. Then came the climate summit in Cape Town. Marshall had been collecting names. People approached him quietly, offering campaign donations, future business opportunities, connections, all needing one thing. During the president's 14-hour absence, Marshall signed 37 part CEOs facing fraud charges. 2 congressmen under investigation. A governor's son caught selling influence. The president called from Air Force One the moment he heard. Fury. What the hell are you doing? My constitutional duty as acting president, Marshall answered. The Justice Department scrambled. Constitutional scholars appeared on every news channel. The pardons were technically legal. The acting president had the same powers as the president. No one had ever imagined someone would exploit it like this. The president stopped traveling internationally, but domestic crises required attention too. When wildfires ravaged California, he had no choice but to go. During those 4 hours, Marshall pardoned 112 people, including 3 major donors to his leadership hack who were facing environmental crimes charges for starting the very wildfires the president was visiting. Impeachment proceedings began the next day. Marshall's defense was simple. Show me where I broke the law. The Senate trial lasted weeks. Constitutional amendments were drafted. The Supreme Court agreed to hear arguments about the scope of acting presidential powers. In his final statement before the Senate, Marshall looked directly at the camera. I simply found what the founders left unwritten. If you don't like it, change the Constitution. He was removed from office with a 99-1 vote. The single no vote came from a senator whose brother had received one of Marshall's pardons. The 28th Amendment passed 6 months later, explicitly limiting the pardon power of an acting president to matters of urgent national security. Sometimes the most dangerous people aren't the ones who break the rules, but the ones who find the gaps between them.